Now we would be moving forward to understand the geometries and all these items. We have created geometries, but these we can say these are like ready-made geometries. We just have the place geometry. We can have complex geometries. How can we create that? So what I would do is all these transactions. Let's say I do not need this one. I can just again click on all of them and then do consolidate. So what it will do, it will consolidate into one, and I can just do suppress transaction. So what that will do is that will just suppress any of the transaction that I've done so far. It is not gonna be stored in the memory. So in this part, so we're keep on working on a DGN file. So the next item, so if moving to the next, we can see there is an option called edit the entire transaction list. That means, so when we have right click, it says edit transaction, that's the same thing. So I will click on over to here, and it will open up a editor. So whatever we are storing in the transaction, that is getting saved over to the editor. So you can see transaction 1, create base CS, you can see transaction 2, and all these items. So if I move to the right, it says suppressed. That means I've suppressed this item. Now, when we keep on working with it, so the fundamentals of generative components is, with the DGN file, it is creating another file that is of GCT type. That means generative components transaction file. So we can see it. So how can we know that it has got created? So the GCT file or the generative components transactions files get saved in the same location where the DGN file is. So now if I have to locate to my file, so everything is going on the designer, configuration, samples, workset, and I'm working in GC test workspace, workset. And you can see in here, I have the GC training one. With it, I have another GCT file that is backup file. So what generative components is doing in the background is, whatever we are doing, it is creating a GCT file by itself. We can create a GCT file on ourselves too. How can we do that? We would go back to the generative component session. The generative component session is present, so I can just click on file, and on the file option, it says the save to a transaction. In the bracket, it says GCT file. That means I can also create a GCT file whenever I want. And also there's an option replace file. So I can open a new file and I can replace this same transaction file over to the other file too. This is the fundamentals of GCT file. These GCT files, we can open it up in any Notepad application. So I have opened the same thing in a Notepad++. Once I've opened it in a Notepad++, you can see all these items we can see. So it says that Bentley generative components file and the file structure, and we can again see the transaction one. Whatever we have done on the transaction one, it has been saved over to here. So it can be opened in a Notepad++ file. I'll just close this one, and I will go back to generative components back in again.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.